In this video we're going to look at some of the rapids on the River Spey, the decision making and what we can actually see from the boat and on the water. This is Stony Island at the start of the run-in to Nokandu. I normally send groups to the right of the island because there's a little bit of awkwardness on the corner down here, but we will see it. In this shot the river is really low, so everything to the right is shallow, so that forces me to the left, and down ahead of me I'm beginning to see a load of white water. The arrow points out to the line of white, but beyond it, it's flat. And in fact, to the right, well, there we go. The water's standing up, there's an obvious lip, and the water is slow in behind everything. And that really shows an obstruction. Fortunately, along the left bank, there are no trees or other hazards. So as long as I stay left, everything's going to be fine. And now we're beginning to get a real view of the obstruction. There it is. Two rocks, one after the other, and I have seen a canoe broached here. We ended up with a rope on it to put it off. Came relatively easy, but by staying clear, I can then take the left line. But it's why I send the groups to the right of the island. Somebody's just going to be slightly off course, and they're going to be on those rocks. And here we go again, everything nice and clear. You can see a slight downstream V here, point of the V in the distance. It's going towards the right bank, nothing sticking out, no trees, no problems. If there were, I'd hit the eddy on the left. We'll have a look to the right of the island. That's the way that I would normally send the groups. So first of all, quick glance at the map. And you can see I'd gone to the left originally, river left, and this is the right hand route, and below it are a whole series of gravel banks that actually extend all the way down to the right hand bank. More clearly seen here in this aerial photograph. Thank you Google for this one. And you can see the bank there, really shallow, and it's a real scraper to get through there. Yeah, on the photograph you can really see just how shallow it all is. This is turning to go across the gravel banks, and you'll see just how shallow it is here, and you can actually hear the boat hitting the bottom. And it was like this for very, very many years. And actually a bit of a squeeze, the two currents coming together from both sides of the island, and a whole set of standing waves. I'll eddy out so I can look back upstream to the group and deal with any problems, give any direction needed. In October 23, the Spey went into monstrous spate. The river should actually just be between those two lines of trees. This isn't a lake. Those into the distance and this side of the red arrows is all fields. And again you can see the two lines of trees that give you an idea of where the river should be. I'd driven the car to Spey Bay and was coming back in a taxi, and I just realised we weren't going anywhere. This is monstrous. You see the road bridge here. But anyway, here's the gravel banks, and that flood, this is the following year, that flood had cut a new channel through the gravel banks. You can see it back away to the right there, and now we're in deep water, and it's a nice easy run through. Rivers do change. So this is further back up the river, just below Loch Inch, and where the River Feshie joins in from the right hand bank. The channel that we all take is down that far left side. Everything else is fairly clogged. And here you can see there's a tree actually sticking out from the left bank, and that's been an issue in this area for many years now. And this particular one, it's low water, the current's going directly onto part of the tree that sticks out into the river. Here's a neat little solution. They have to go down on the left because it's otherwise shallow. Now point the canoe to the right and they're pulling an eddy turn. And that means whatever happens, they're clear of the tree. So I'm just about to take my run down, but I'll make a note here. When the river is more powerful and when that tree or other trees have been more directly in the current, then we've actually got the inexperienced groups to line or walk the boats down on River Right next to the gravel. They can line them using the painter or they can walk them down. But here we go. At this point you can see how shallow it is to my right, but now if I wanted to hit the eddy I can start pointing right. I'm going to leave it a little bit longer because I want to be the other end of the group. I'm just going to bring the nose across. That's pulling me across. I could turn into the eddy if I wished. But no need to, so I'm going to keep the run going. So finally going to jump back down the river and have a look at the washing machine. On the Ordnance Survey map there's a very, very obvious narrowing of the river. And in fact it's where it drops in between two big gravel banks. Shows up very nicely on the Google photograph. And it's a classic downstream V, with water funneling in to a quite narrow point and then a wave train. I actually have paddled this when all those banks were underwater and it was pretty well flat as a pancake, but fast. And when I'm guiding this section, it gives me a lot of pleasure to allow someone else to go first, because it's all well and good just following somebody down a river. But when you're looking down there and it's dropping away into big waves, it's nice to get the experience of being out in front. I often describe this as a nursery rhyme rapid. Hey diddle diddle, straight down the middle. I keep loose hips, allow the boat to move under me with the waves. And I'm not driving the boat, got a little bit of forward speed. But I don't want to be driving hard and into those waves because they're coming over the bow. Much drier this way. In bigger water and taking a different approach this time for a bit of fun. Taking a diagonal line into the eddies at the bottom of it. Not truly eddies, but they're much slower water and a lot of fun. What's that like?
Fun and scary.
If you've enjoyed this video, please comment or press the like button, and of course you can subscribe. My own book Canoeing is available directly from myself or from Amazon and other retailers. You can support the channel, if you'd like, by going to buymeacoffee.com. The link is also in the description below this video. Thank you very much indeed.